I welcome you all to my channel. Please make sure you subscribe and share. This is the part 3 of our Python tricks.
So I'm just going to create a dictionary. I'm just going to call it dictionary. So let me take for instance, we have name of students and their classes. So I'll just say Ali. Have 50. Then we have Amaka. Uh, Amaka has 60, and um, let me see. Another person, Bulu, has um, let me say 77, and the last person there is Esther. So Esther has let me make it 36, like that. So this is a dictionary containing students. So let me just call it students, like that. So now this contains both their name and their scores. So what we are going to do in the next line is maybe we want to check their result, what they have scored. So you say mark, mark, um, mark scripts. So something like that. So once write a script that's going to mark the above. So it's just a single line of code to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create a dictionary like that of what we have above there. Then I'm just going to say for I'm getting two things, which is the name and the score. So I'm just going to put name and score. That's what I want to get from the list. So the name here is going to get all this, what we have here, and the score is going to get those numbers. So in student dot item, so I'm getting the item. So let me confirm if I'm getting the right results. I'm just going to come at the back and put name like this, and let me check that out to see. Okay, sorry, I've not saved that, and print it out. So let me print mark scripts. So that's what I'm going to be printing out. So let's go and check that out. So you see the names are printed out. You can see that. So we still go ahead and maybe to check if we are printing the scores correctly. So I can just put scores there at the back side. So you can see that. So we can still mark the script by saying what is the pass mark of our listing. What's the pass mark? So I'll say if the score is equals to greater than let me put less than equals to, if it is less than or equals to 50, so 50 50, let me make it 49, no, 50 down is fail, while 50 above, that is 51 above, is a pass. So if you have 50 down, that means you have failed, and if you have above, that means you have passed. So that's it. So if score is less than equals to 50, then I want the name of the person to appear. So I'm just going to call name, then the reward of that person. So the reward of the person is going to be like pass. So else, sorry, less than, so it's going to be fail. I mean, sorry to say that, it's going to be fail. I mean, so then if else, if not that it does not meet that condition, that this condition is not true, then else statement should run, which is going to be pass. So just like this. So this line of code has done the trick for us, so we can just go ahead and run that and see. You can see, so we have Ali failed because Ali got 50, Amaka passed because he has 60, she has 60, Bolu too, Bolu passed because the score there was 77, Esther failed because the score was 36. So that's it for the comprehension aspect of writing your if and else statement. So I'm going to comment that out. Working with argv and enumerate. So let's do that and let's see what our outcome will be. So the first I'm going to do is to import import system, because I'm going to be using the command to pass arguments. So lists, let me call it that one, list 1. So the list that I'm giving it is the list I'm going to be providing as an argument. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to call this argv, argv, like that. Then I'm going to put 1 column like that. So want to check this, so let me print and see what is going on. Let me print this and see what is going on. So I'm just going to print list 1 like that. So I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm just checking it out. So let me print that. It's create an empty list. Oh, good. So let me provide hello, how are you? So you can see everything was in a list because I provided that in the terminal. So we can go ahead and just do more than that. Right. So what I can do is just say for I told you we have the index and the argument. So those are the two things. So I'm going to use the enumerate. So what I'm going to be passing here is this list of what I have there, like that. So you can see, and I can display those information like print f, like that. I can go ahead and start with my the index stands for let me provide the argument next, which is this argument. So let me make it look more like I'm listing things out. So we have a list, so I can go and run this again, and you can see we have hello has the index of this, here and you, just like that. You can see how it goes using that this thing. And again, there's one thing we can still do. We can come over here and set it. You know that what we have here was kind of starting from 0, and we might not want that to happen. So I can go ahead and say, let me create a starting point. So I'm going to start from 1, like that. So I can go ahead and run that, and you can see our counting started from 1 instead of 0. So our index has been set to 1 instead of 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So that's another one. So we still move further. We've talked about enumerate, a lot of stuff we can do with it. So the next thing I'm going to be discussing with us is print. We can go ahead and be printing out some stuff on a file. So it's very simple. We talk about opening a file, then writing something in it, then whatever that is in our print statement is what should be written in the file. So this is another trick. So for instance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say with open, and I'm going to put stuff like outputs.text. So it's going to create a file, and in this same directory, and in that directory we are going to do the write, like that. So write, what are we writing? Whatever we're writing, let it be called as an F. We go ahead and print print, let's put a simple text. Okay, and instead of that, let me print this. Okay, import. So let me do that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate that, then I'm going to say 5, or let me just do it that way, 5, then I'm going to set the file to the F that I receive up there. So that's it. I'm coming. Let me rectify something. I don't know. So let me see if there's a mistake. So we have hello world printed, and we have an output file that was created. You can see that, which we have here. You can see what we have there was also printed. So I can, maybe it's not printing, it's printing it as a frozen model. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this out of here and paste it here. Is that possible? I'm not sure how possible that is, because that's kind of highlighting stuff. So I'm just gonna make it simple by typing hello world. So you know, when you're in the world of coding, it's just a world where you test things yourself to know how it works. So I'll get rid of this. So now if we go and check that out, you see the text has been changed to hello world from free code can, like that. So as I run it, it's going to replace the text that was there, and if we go ahead and open that, you see we have hello world from free code can. So that's it, using the print function. For this trick, for instance, we want to make a progress bar, where maybe, for instance, you are installing something on Python and you see something like a progress bar, counting percentage and the rest. So for instance, I want to do something similar to that, and how can I do that? So the first thing is, we're still enhancing the power of print statements, what print can do. So for instance, I'm going to import our time for delay. So this is what we are going to use to delay the rate at which our code is running. So I'm gonna say let it, I could have given it a random number, but I don't want to give it a random number on how that is going to go, so you can figure out yourself. So I'm just going to give a static number of total should be a total of 10. Let me set it to static stuff, 10. So I'm going to loop for let me say I in range. So in my range, I'm going to pass total. Now, if I pass total in my range, I get to print I. The highest value I will get there is 9. So for me to make it up to 10, I'm just going to say +1 there to make a complete 10. So then I'm going to say progress. So progress, I'm going to assign it to what's the progress going to do. Progress is kind of calculating the percentage of each step. So when I is 1, the progress is going to do 1 all over 10 times 100. That should be 10. When it's 2, it will be 1 all over 10 times 100. That should increase the percentage thereof. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to say the loop, that's what's going to be changing all over our total, which is 10. Then I'm going to multiply the outcome with 100, like that. So this will be changing the value. So want to check this, I can just print. Let's print that out and see what we get. Print progress. So let's see what happens. You can see we have from there, we have 0, 10, 20, 30 till reach 100. Even if I change the value to something like 9, like that, let's see. You can see we have 22, 55, 77, and the rest I can change it to something. We just make sure that the final number we have there is 100. So that's what it does. So 1 all over 8, and whatever the calculation, it's the 8 over 8 is going to give us 1 times 100 is going to give us 100. So now with that we can proceed to making it look like a loader using the print stuff. So if I do this, let's see what happens. I'm going to use the F string or the format string. I think the F string is better for me. So I'm just going to say progress, and that's a text, plain text. So what's going to do is going to give us a list of our progress we have been making. So I'm just going to put progress like that. Then in our progress, I don't just want it because you can see the number that is providing. You can see it random, but I want it to be in 2 decimal place. So I'm just going to say column dot 2f, that is floats in 2 decimal place. Then at the back I'm going to add a percentage sign. So if I go ahead and run this, you can see progress 100%, 20, and the rest. So now there's this stuff we have there. Usually at the end, we always use it a lot, so we can use it with this. You put a slash like this and R like that. Then I haven't done that. You can go ahead and and run this. Let's run this and see what we get. So you can see our progress looped immediately from this beginning point till the last point with just a blink of an eye, and the last thing we can see there is that. So what it returns after that one, it changes what we have there. So now for us to be able to see what is happening gradually, so what we're going to do is going to put something that we're going to call the time that we have there, time. Then I'm going to put sleep, time dot sleep, mistake, time dot sleep. I'm going to put something like 0.5, like that, a comma here. So save that and let's go again. So you can see it's how it's reading here, and that is all. You can even make it a bit faster to look like a real progress stuff. Wow. So you can see how it works. So let me make it way more bigger, and so just like that. From here you can also integrate it by creating something like something more, or that looks more or like a progress bar with the same method that I just used here. It's very simple. So for instance, I'm just say import time, import time, and I'm going to say total. Let me put the total as, what did I use? I used 10, 8, 10. I can use any number. Bars. Bar, let me put bar length. So I want to get the length. I'm just going to assign this to 20. So and I'm going to loop through I in range like I did earlier, and total just like that, plus a 1. So you know the reason we have that, so I'm going to say progress, let my progress be 1, the I that is going to be changing value all over the total. So you know the reason we are doing that. I'm not going to multiply this because I'm going to use the same progress for my bar, and I'm still going to use it for my percentage. So I will go ahead and create a bar. Let me create a bar. So I'll be using the hash as my bar. So I'm just gonna call it here like this, the way it is. So I'm gonna multiply it. I'll multiply it by the number of times my stuff is going to work. So I'm going to say int, and I'll go ahead and progress, which is what we call there. Then I'm going to multiply it by bar length. So you can see that I'm going to multiply it by bar length. So I'm putting this because I'm putting it in an int because this value can change to a float number, and it might affect the way it's going to work. So that's why I put in an int, so we have a solid figure there. Then I'm gonna create make it a empty space. So empty space for my bar. So let me fill it up with something. So I'm just going to fill it with an underscore. Then I'm still going to multiply it with the bar length. Now our bar length was supposed to be 50, was supposed to be 20. So I'm going to subtract it from the length of the bar. So I'm subtracting that from the length of the bar. So as this is coming up, this is also going out. So that's what happens. So apart from that, my percentage also, my percentage. So I'm gonna set my percentage to progress times 100. That's why I left this like this, because I'm going to be using it for my bar, and I'm also going to use it for the percentage. So that's why I did not bother multiplying it with 100 as I did here. So we'll move further to print. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to call an f there. Let me put it in a square bracket, because when you look at the one we always have a square bracket in between, and in there I'm going to pass the bars there like that. So that's for the main bar, which there should be nothing. Then the remaining part, which is the space, so I'm just going to pass the empty space there. So the both of them will be sharing the space we have in here. Then after that, I'm going to have 20%, a percentage sign. So percentage, as we did earlier, and we are going to set it to, let me see, was it 1F or 2F? Let me use 1F, so we don't have a lot of space to consume out there. And finally we'll end it with a percentage sign. So as we did earlier, the same thing. You're just gonna put a comma there and put end, put this and your r return. Then so I can put my time dot sleep. Then I can go ahead and bring out this thing. So let's put 0.5, just like that. So after doing that, I can go outside and print something like let me create a new line, so it won't be in the same place as the return statement is going to affect it. So I'll just loading complete, like that. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put something nice. Good. So I can go ahead and run that. So you can see how it's working, like loading complete. So just like that, as simple like that. So this is one of the things you can also do with your print statement. One of the nice stuff you can do with it. So please, if you know that you really enjoy this,